Okay, so that happened. Might help if I put this on full screen. Why is it not letting me? There we go. Like, okay, my monitor jerked for a second. That's not good. Now let's see if I can get everything else working. There we go. Okay. I always seem to have problems when I start up the stream. Nothing works like it's supposed to. Probably because I'm overcomplicating my setup, but oh well. Back to doing more of this. Now, the speed up move I just got is useful for some minor platforming, but I don't really find it all that useful. I kind of wish it was, honestly. Now, you can slide down there if you have, is it Miriam or Muriel? I can never remember. But I don't, so. And now I'm getting the sniffles, just as I start. That's great. Oh, wow. Wow, that was a thing. And shortcut for me. Haha. The double jump is just so damn useful. Not many enemies are built to really deal with it very much, so it can really break the game. Oh, I got it. Hee hee. I wonder. Aha! Oh man. What time for that shit? Wow. Yeah, that was really easy. I almost didn't get hit at all. I mean, look at him. I'm barely getting touched by anything. Do I dare? Nope. Can't do it. I'm not that powerful. But I didn't lose anything, really. Nope, not really. Not a damn thing. I'm not kidding when I say this is broken. Oh, did I get the power-ups? Oh, I can't check with him. Did I blame it? Oh, well, I'm not gonna worry about it. Okay, that's not the way I go, so... Oh, wow, you jump after me. I wonder. I feel like I can get that. I don't know, though. No, I don't think I can. Or if I can, I don't care enough. For some reason, I thought I was on the pirate ship level. Not sure why I thought that. But oh boy, if you thought this boss was pretty weak before, yeah. Oh, yeah, look at that shit. Okay, I timed that wrong. Yeah, I mean... effortless. Seriously. I didn't even have to dodge him. I didn't even have to dodge. What the hell? I mean, really? I mean, that's some of the most ridiculous crap I've ever seen right there. I mean, I'm sure it still doesn't make up for having like 4 health bars or anything like that. But it does go to show just how broken this can be at times. And here we go. You do gotta be a little bit careful in this level because you can't get too reckless. These guys can be a pain if you let them. Ah! See what I mean? I mean, it's still great to have your abilities, don't get me wrong there, but... Did I mention that I love that attack? I don't think I've said that enough yet. Now this guy isn't as simple with him because you don't have the range of the bats. It's still not hard, but you do gotta be a little bit careful. Another thing that's not gonna be as simple... is the mid-boss in this area. Remember, if it takes the painting, if the painting stays alive long enough, then well, you're dead. So it's very much a time trial thing. And Zangetsu's extra abilities aren't really, well, they help, but they're not exactly foolproof against it. So this might be kind of stressful. Okay, there we go. At least it only takes 3 of those. So I'm definitely going to be keeping that around. I honestly like the aerial whip sub-weapon the best out of all of his moves. He gets 3, which is that, the Darkness Holy Water styled move, and he gets the Berserker Rage move. Which, it does power him up, but you can only attack with your main weapon. And, no offense to Zangetsu, but that weapon really has very limited utility. I mean, it works, but certain bosses aren't really going to be easy to hit with that. And since I only have Zangetsu, I'd like to have other range priority here, you know what I'm saying? Of course, granted. He tends to have a lot of health compared to other characters, so at least he can tank a hit if he needs to. Wish I could say the same for Alfred, but whatever. Yeah, I just rag on Alfred a lot, just because, well, he sucks. I do not know of a way to get that. Well, with just him. I wish I did, but alas, I don't think there is. How many people are free to prove me wrong there? Okay. Yeah, this part kind of sucks because you don't really have... Well, you do have the double jump, at least, so you can at least account for some distance, but you can't exactly skip the difficult areas, though. Okay. Ah, damn it. With her heart, please. Damn it. I don't suppose you drop one. Please. I'd like to be full health for this one, just saying. Yeah, okay. There we go. Yeah, this boss still gives me problems. I don't like him. I know the trick of dodging his wind attack at least, so there's that. You know what? I'm just gonna tank that attack from now on. Because every time I try to dodge it, I fall off. Like, every time without fail. I really hate that the wind is against me when he uses that attack as well, because it just makes dodging him a pain in the ass. I'll just use the whip on him. Yeah. Now, it's weird. I know that the first battle I tried that on him, he pushed me back anyway, even though I was ducking. I don't know why. Okay. Gonna go ahead and dash over here and get ready for... Now, this time, at least, I can jump over his attack easy enough. Because I actually have the range for it. There we go. Most annoying boss down because of the instant death shit. The second hardest is definitely the Carmilla wannabe, which we're going to be fighting next, actually. But with Zangetsu, it's not so bad. He has the whip sub-weapon, which means he could reach him pretty easily. Come over here. Oh, wow. That guy appeared at the worst possible time. I suppose while I'm showing this off, I'll talk about the fact that I've been very... I'm curious. Okay, I know I can get this. Yes, I can. At least that's something. I've been very curious about the new Fire Emblem Warriors. I mean, not Fire Emblem, the new Hyrule Warriors, my bad. That came out for Switch. I had the original one on Wii U, and while I did have a lot of fun with it at first, it started to become kind of tedious as I kept playing it, and it kind of left a bad taste in my mouth by the time I was finished. I didn't really finish a lot of the post-game because of that. However, ever since Hyrule Warriors, Hyrule Warriors Legends came out, I did hear that they changed a lot. I just wasn't interested at the time because I was still reeling from the game kicking my ass a lot. Plus, it was on 3DS, and I have a policy of not playing ports of Wii U games on the 3DS. It just doesn't seem right to me. Mostly because I feel like the graphics would take a huge step down, as well as the frame rate. So I just didn't think I'd like it as much, so I didn't play it. Even though I heard it was 10 times better with the content. And I have no reason to doubt people, but it didn't matter to me. However, when it came out for Switch, I was like, well, now it's on a system I think I would actually enjoy it on. But I don't know. Do I really want to pay like $60 essentially for a game that still might annoy me? You know, I'm not sure. However, I was introduced to the new fairy system in the game due to a friend of mine who actually linked a video of a guide for it, and he wanted to hear my thoughts on it, like my first opinion on how this looked. And I gotta say, for what it is, it looks pretty damn impressive. I personally am a fan of the new system, and it actually sounds really damn good. It's certainly a lot more complicated, well, complex, I should say, not complicated. There is a difference. It's definitely a lot more complex. Okay, this is getting ridiculous. Can you guys, like, die? Yeah, like, okay. It's a lot more complex than I was honestly thinking it was gonna be. Like, I thought it was just something simple, like, you know, decorate your own personal fairy, you know, dress up in different clothes. Maybe they might have a minor effect in battle type of thing. Ooh, boy, was I wrong. This almost completely changes the game for me, because I'm just like, holy crap. Like you could do an explosion with the fairy, you could equip powerful personal skills with the fairy, which heavily empower your character. You can level them up by feeding them food and drink items you can collect. And you can dress them up too, but dressing them up actually makes them stronger. As well as your character in some ways. And I'm just like, well, shit. Maybe this might be worth it after all. I haven't purchased it yet, because $60 is still a hefty price. And I'm not ready for that dedication just yet. Wow, I didn't have to kill you. However, it is definitely something that I'm definitely interested in purchasing later, I will say. You can't rush jump past that one. Yeah, these guys are a bit of a pain. Oh, stop it. Okay, at least I'm at mostly full health, and I do have the sub-weapon I want for this, so that'll probably help out a lot here. Now, your enhanced abilities do make it slightly easier to hit the woman, but she is still a bit of a pain. Yeah, you can also... Oh, that worked out. Wow, really? Okay, I almost died there just trying to survive the final attack. The final attack did more than the actual boss did. That's pretty amazing. So, wow. I guess that was a thing. But yeah, that is definitely a game I'm wanting to play, because they've added so much that makes the game easier. Like I have a friend who has played it, and they did confirm what my suspicions, that the game is indeed easier. He said, to use a Zelda example, it's like moving from Zelda 2 difficulty at its worst to basically Zelda Ocarina of Time. Like, it's considerably easier, and you're not going to be struggling for very long. That once you really get a strong fairy, and you start getting the really strong weapons, which they've also added ever since Hyrule Warriors Legends. Which honestly makes the true Master Sword in Hyrule Warriors not really that useful anymore. Not if you don't want to go through the trouble of getting it. And we can also get the armor upgrade. That helps. Now this stage is definitely one stage where having true Zenketsu really helps. Mostly due to the double jump, but also the speed up move helps. Also, I've been told that having played Fire Emblem Warriors, the ability to switch between units in a map didn't originate with that game. It originated with Hyrule Warriors Legends on the 3DS. And you can also do that in the Switch version. And when I found that out, I was like, oh man, that's gonna make certain maps easier. By far. Like, crap. Not sure if bosses were going to be any easier, because I know boss fights in Hyrule Warriors tended to piss me off a lot of the time, because they really didn't feel fair a lot of the time. And a lot of people did complain about that, since it was hard to deal with them. I'd have to play the game myself Or at the very least, watch someone play it on a Let's Play or stream or something to see what they're like in this. I can't imagine that they would be completely weak. I mean, at least I wouldn't think they would be. They were kind of frustrating. And I don't think a few tweaks really change that much. I wouldn't imagine. But I've been wrong before, so... Yeah, rooms like this are much easier with him, because his upper slash, especially with the double jump, can pretty much get rid of all those pesky enemies in your way that the other units just can't do effectively without wasting a lot of weapon energy. Very nice. And now we have you again. Alright, will this be any harder? Not that it would matter if it did kill me. I mean, I'm not gonna lose much. No, I can still hit you just fine. Good. Oh man, I love playing as True Zengetsu. However, that's about to come to an end. And then, well... you'll see what happens. Is there really no way I can break that with him? I'm trying to figure out what breaks that. Okay, this part's probably going to be very simple. Although I almost bit it there due to my carelessness. I am being very careless. But I still made it, so that matters. But man, you have no idea how much I want to play that Hyrule Warriors game for Switch. Because I think it's going to give me the experience that I originally wanted on Wii U. Like, a lot of the difficulty being a lot more fair. Or at the very least, giving you options to make it easier, because... I don't know about you guys, but... I get kind of irritated when... they start pulling crap at you like, oh, you have to beat all these tons of enemies without getting hit once. Seriously? like really with that crap? I mean, maybe if it was like a single boss fight or something, maybe I could understand that. But when you have to deal with like a bunch of mobs of enemies, any one of them could get like a single pot shot on you in the back. Yeah, I'm not okay with that. That's kind of out of my control a lot of the time. Like, seriously? But yeah, from what I understand, those types of missions are optional now. Like they are extra challenges, but you can get rid of said challenges. So, that's really nice. I don't know if that's the case for all the adventure maps, but that's at least the case for the first couple I looked up. So yeah, that's cool. Okay, now we have this boss, who... yeah, you know what? Why not? It's not like the whip's effective against him or anything. Well, it kind of is, but... my upper slash would work just as well here. Oh, wow. I didn't even need to switch sub-weapons. Hee hee. Yeah, he's easy as ever, especially with this moveset. And then we're on to the final stage. I don't know why that question mark is in the middle. It doesn't seem to serve much purpose. And if you're expecting him to have his own unique final area, well, he doesn't. Now, with my advanced moveset, I could probably fall down all these steps and still recover at the last second. The Locust probably wouldn't be able to do a thing to me, but may as well be legit. Oh, wow. So those enemies account for the fact that I'm going to try to jump over them. That's interesting. Here we go. Okay, which is the room? Okay. Yeah, I can't get up there with him. I wanted to see if I could, but I can't. Well, you didn't get to do much of anything. I like it. Got a little too close there. But the stage is short enough, I don't really care about that. Now this is a stage that if I was using normal Zangetsu and got here, yeah, rooms like this would be a problem, but also one room coming up that's even worse. This one. Wait, no it isn't, never mind. Okay, you hit me a couple of times, because of your random nature. It doesn't matter, though. I got this. This is the room I was thinking of. Yep, this one. Intervals and gets juggled like a ragdoll. Yeah, I may as well get healed up. Why not? Now, where is the pit? I don't know, but it doesn't matter. Okay, can I have something a little better than this? Thank you. You know what? Why not? I don't care. Time for the final guy. Ah. Well, that wasn't the most graceful way I could beat him, but it worked out still. Now, if you have true Sengetsu going to this fight, it is beyond simple. Wow, I've only been streaming for about 30 or so minutes, maybe 40. Granted, I only had half the game to go through, but still. Okay, I timed that wrong. Okay. Yeah, the double jump really makes it easy to hurt this thing. Yeah, it's best not to be clumsy here. Oh wow, I can actually hit him during that. Oh, I don't have enough. But I do now. Now, if you're using True Zenketsu, you actually get this cool segment where you have to rapidly press the attack button to charge up your attack and slice the boss in half. That's kind of interesting. Now we get the bad ending, where Zenketsu actually becomes the Dark King. The man who wished for nothing other than the power to eradicate demons spent his final days in abject misery. There were none left to pity nor mourn for he whose heart became dominated by darkness. Zenketsu now reigned as the new Dark Emperor. A long, horrible night descended upon the land. Did we mention that this is inspired by Castlevania? But yeah, that's not good. However, as soon as you do this, you unlock Ultimate Mode, which... Ultimate Mode, you would imagine, would be the hardest difficulty, and would pretty much show what would happen after Zenketsu became the Dark King. Well, not exactly. I'll demonstrate it before I stop the stream. I might even play a couple of the chapters as it, but rest assured, we're not missing anything. Now, someone did say that, at the very least, they'd like to see me attempt to do a solo Zenketsu normal mode. As in, just using normal Zenketsu by himself. I don't know. It's not exactly fun. You do get an interesting ending for it. So what I might do is I might see if I already have a file at the end, and show that off instead. I guess we'll see what happens there. I'm not exactly fond of that mode, though, I will say. Let me see if that's the case here. Yes, I do. Okay, that's what I'm going to show off then. I'm not going to show myself going through the entire game because screw that. Yeah, that's asking a bit much, really. I mean, I can do it, but it's not fun at all. I got one more save data, so let's show off what ultimate mode is like. There remains no one who can stand against Sengetsu, the true ruler of the night. Casual. This is the same intro as normal mode, really. Okay then. So if the intro is basically the same, then what's up with ultimate mode? Well, just consider the super easy mode for what it's worth, because yeah, you start with all your super abilities right from the get-go. So, that's interesting. Is the game at least harder to make up for it? Well, if it is, then it's really not that noticeable to me, because well, it looks like the zombies are a little bit faster. I'm gonna play through this regardless, just to see if anything significant does change. But, I don't think it's significant enough, though, is the thing. Yeah, I think enemies are just a tad more aggressive is the difference. But with its advanced abilities automatically unlocked, does that even matter? I'm certainly not noticing much of a difference. However, you are going to notice something that's going to make this into a complete joke as soon as I beat the stage. Haha. And here we go. Is the boss any harder than before? Shoot your little fireball thing. Yes, you do at least share the extra difficulty spike, so at least there's that. But you're still not a threat at all. And it looks to be Miriam. Yep, you can have true Zenketsu, but still go through the trouble of getting teammates on your side. And no, in case you're wondering, you don't get even more powerful abilities by slaying them and absorbing their powers. You would get the same powers as you normally would get if you didn't already have them. Miriam. Yeah, that's what I thought your name was. I keep thinking her name is Muriel, though. But this, in essence, does make an already easy game even easier, since you have their help as well. I mean, really? I mean, it's cool and all, I suppose, but was this needed? I don't know if it was. And I really would have liked there to be, like, another scenario. Like the one that the other difficulty gave us. I forget what it was called, but yeah, like, I don't get that. As a matter of fact, the inclusion of this mode really makes normal mode obsolete, which some Komi-chani also commented on. Not sure if that was a smart idea, to be honest. What makes this even easier is this also gives you access to those power-ups that Zangetsu couldn't get before. Yeah, that's a thing. The only way this could be easier is if they gave you all your allies just from the start. Oh, wow. I died, wow. Okay, I can't really blame the game for that. That was just me being clumsy for what it was worth. It's weird, though. I seem to remember them not being a problem before. Odd. Oh well. It's not a huge problem anyway. I have infinite lives, and it's not like I lost all that much in the way of progress. The only thing I'll have to make up is getting her sub-weapon, which I just got back anyway. Yeah, casual mode really does make death seem like an afterthought. I mean, yeah, you might have to go through the trouble of killing off all your party members if you want them all back, but that's not a huge problem. At least, it's not a problem to me. I know there are some people that, think it's an awkward system to say the least, especially since you need certain party members to get power-ups in certain areas. But it doesn't bug me. It feels really fair, actually. But yeah, this is Ultimate Mode. This is pretty much all it's gonna be. I don't know. It's fun in its own way, but it's also very lacking in new content. Like, you're not gonna get, like, considering what you have to do to unlock it, you're not getting a new experience from this. It's just super easy mode is what it is. So, if that doesn't appeal to you, then, well, it's not gonna appeal to you, I'll say that. I mean, I find it fun to just screw around with strong party members. So, it doesn't really bug me, but I could definitely understand why some people would probably be turned off by this. Wow, I am failing all of a sudden. Wow. This game, I mean, this mode does share the higher difficulty for bosses, but... Oh, damn it. I still didn't get close enough. Are you serious? Oh, well. Doesn't really matter. I always get thrown off by that. Also, the earthquake thing. Wow, the speed up really trivializes this part. Does it ever? Wow. Okay. Not this time, you don't. Haha, got ya. And just in case... Yeah, I don't really bother dodging that. It's too tricky to really pull off the timing, and it doesn't matter much anyway. I'm playing casual. And I know people are like, quit playing casual, play veteran. That's the real difficulty choice. Yeah, it is, but I'm really saving that for when my friends and I come online and watch me. And plus, I have a feeling I'm not going to like it much anyway. I saw a couple of the chapters from Roger streaming it, and it definitely looks like old school Castlevania, alright. With knockback and all. Ugh. Oh hey, I can run right past you. How nice. I'll gladly take that. Now, Bloodstained is almost run its course, so what am I going to do afterwards? I'm still thinking of doing a Dragon Quest title, but still not sure if I'm gonna do that, or... Yeah, I'll just go ahead and take this route. Oh, that's right. It does carry over, doesn't it? I forgot about that. I just don't use Alfred that much, so I forget that. It's weird. I like Sypha so much in Castlevania 3 as being a mage, but I do not like Alfred at all in this, even though function-wise, they're pretty damn similar. I don't know, there's just something about Alfred that doesn't click with me for whatever reason. I don't know, maybe it's because his overall abilities just don't have the same punch to them that Syphon's did. I guess that must be it, otherwise I can't think of what it could be. Well, this is certainly trivialized by the dash. Wow. This also might be. We'll see. Oh, that doesn't kill you. Well, it's a good thing, because I ran right into that. Whoops. Again, it's because I'm too antsy with the double jump is the thing. I wonder if that would be instant kill in veteran mode. It probably is. If so, then casual's easier than I thought. And we're at the boss. Well, this is certainly going to be simple, I will say that. Although the only significant difference is that I have the dash instead, but I had everything else when I came here last time, so I pretty much know what to expect already from this. Although I do have to keep in mind, that was on normal mode, not whatever the other difficulty was, I forget. But yeah, no matter what difficulty, this boss is still a joke. I mean, has anyone ever died to this boss? Like, ever? And no, boss rush doesn't count, because... Well, even on boss rush, I don't think he would die, because... Well, that was the last hit. He's pretty early on, so I don't even think you would lose to him at boss rush. Man, I'm plowing through this. It's ridiculous. But yeah, like I said, not sure what I'm going to do next. It's either going to be a Dragon Quest title, or it's probably going to be... probably Saga Frontier. Saga Frontier kind of scares me, though, because that's quite an undertaking. That game, in order to complete it 100%, which I would want to do, I'd have to beat the game 7 times. 8 times if I really want to show every character. Ugh, I don't know. What I might do is with that game is I'm probably gonna treat each campaign as beating the game once, and do something else between campaigns. Like I would do one of the characters, Saga Frontier, play another game for a while, come back, do another character. Probably, because otherwise I'm gonna be heavily burnt out by the end if I do it all at once. I mean, that game... like, I love the game, but doing everything in that game, ooh, man, that's quite the time investment. What sucks is that this is also one of those games that is very grind heavy, exceptionally grind heavy. So a lot of time is going to be building up off screen. Because I'm not going to do a lot of that on screen, I'll tell you that much right now. Sucker for Tier 2, though, is when I get to it, is going to be considerably simpler because you don't have to beat that game 7 times. Instead, you get, like, I think no more than 3 or 4 different characters you get to play as, but they all take part in a single narrative. And it's very segmented. Like, you don't use any character all the way through. You just use them in small portions as you get a complete story out of it. It's a little confusing, but you'll see when we get there. But it is a lot shorter to complete. Like about, I'd say 50 to 60 hours if you're somewhat good at it, compared to the 130 hours you're going to be spending completing the first game. Yeah, it's a bit nuts, but... But still, both games are enjoyable in their own right, and I do want to show them off. Because a lot of people, when it comes to these two games, underappreciate them, I feel. And I'm not saying that you have to love these games, but I kind of feel like certain players don't really understand how to enjoy them properly, is the thing. Like, and I get it. I completely do. I'm not saying, oh, you're an idiot for not appreciating this game. No, no, no. I get it. Believe me. It took me a while to appreciate it too, to be honest. Like, I had to put in some real effort to learn how to play the first Sucker Frontier. The first one we got, at least, on PlayStation. Because that game tells you diddly squat. And I had the strategy guide, and even with that, I didn't know what I was doing half the time. So I get it. But I feel like if I showed off a lot of things in the game and thoroughly explained how to handle certain sections of the game better, then I feel like people would appreciate it a lot more, because they would understand what you're supposed to do. I'm not making excuses for the game, but I will say this game can be enjoyed if you know the trick. At least this is true for the first game. The second one is a lot easier to learn how to play. Like, there's not near as many factors involved. I mean, it can be a little complicated, but not near as much, though. Haha. Oops, didn't mean to step there. Wow, I'm really failing at this. Okay, at least he is going. Having multiple party members does trivialize this quite a bit, though. Oh, stop that. Stop that, I said. Wow, you have a lot of health. Okay. Oh, damn it. Well, so much for my big plan. boy. Yeah, this is giving me a bit more trouble than I would have liked. Ooh boy. Yeah, could be playing it safe here. There we go. Yeah, let's do that. Man, that was fail. Like, I had this big epic plan in place, but it just didn't work out. Mostly because I messed up on the button inputs when using Jabal. I was supposed to quickly snap out of it, switch back to Sengetsu, hit him a few times, and switch back and fly again. But that's not what happened. But I won. That's all that matters, right? But yeah. Aside from Sakura Frontier 1 and 2, I also want to do Lufia 2. I've already done Lufia 1, obviously. That'll be a ways down the road, though. I also want to do Lunar 1 and 2. Yes. 100 times yes. Those games are amazing. I love them. And yes, I will be doing the ones on PlayStation. I am not hardcore enough to do the old versions on the Sega CD. I've played them, but I'm not very good at them, and I don't like them. I will say that. So you will not get those versions from me. I'm sorry if that disappoints people, but really, I don't think they're that good. They haven't aged well at all, and unless you want a classic experience of very archaic, like, RPGs, then go for it, but me, I just don't like them. But I will be playing the ones on PlayStation. Bad jokes and all. I don't really care, though. That's part of the charm for the series, I feel, even if some people don't really appreciate it. And I know some of the darker elements were also taken out of the PS versions that we got. Again, I don't really mind that, since I feel some of those moments really didn't affect all that much anyway, and I feel people whine about it for little to no reason. If you like those moments, then fine, I guess, but that's not me. I also thought about doing Breath of Fire 3 as well. I know a lot of people, when I brought it up in a previous stream, not one of my streams, but Hawkeye streams, people seemed kind of interested when I brought that game up. Especially Hawkeye himself, who's personally a huge fan of it. The third and fourth entry. Not sure if I'd do the first two. They're not bad games, but compared to the third and fourth game, they are... Let's see, am I missing any power-ups? Doesn't seem like it. Yeah, I'm not as big a fan of those, though, I will say. I don't know. Like, the first one in particular, I feel as a RPG... Like, it was Capcom's first RPG, and that's quite an achievement for as good as it was for the time. But, hoo boy, some things about that game just rub me the wrong way. Yeesh. And the second game, well, the biggest problem I have against that game is the grind. Like, there's a lot of moments in that game that want you to grind. And you have to do it often, like in just about every new area you visit. That's a pain. A couple minor things I also don't like is the RNG aspect with the shaman system, and the fact that there are some areas of the game that, well, how do I word this? They have elements in them that really make it hard to progress through certain dungeons without really knowing what you're doing. That's about the best way I can explain it, though. Plus, the final dungeon essentially forces you to go through it twice if you want to actually beat the final boss, which is kind of stupid. I will say that. Wow, he stays still for a while. And when he does that, he stays still for even longer. He could really rack up the hits. I think it's because the wind is against you usually, so you don't have time to get to him. And there we go. Well, that went a lot better than last time, I will say. The dash is mostly the thing for that, though. Oh, how did I get hit by one? Really? But... Breath of Fire 3 is what I feel was the first really wonderful Breath of Fire game, though. Like, I liked the first two well enough, but the third one is in a whole nother category of awesome. Like, I can't even explain in this stream with details about why it was so much better. Well, it stopped me from trying anyway. The characters were interesting. There was a lot of customization in it that was pretty great. Like, you had these trainers that you could train under, and if you leveled up and returned to them, they would give you lots of skills. Like, it had a very interesting philosophy about prejudice when it comes to like dragons versus humanity, which I always found kind of fascinating in this game, and how some people approached it. We had a very expansive world map that was very well handled. Like, you had these fairies that you could help out, and there was like this fairy village that you could help make. And they would like do various services for you if you helped them out. It was very interesting. And that's just the tip of the iceberg right there. Like there's even more about that game that they did right here. I'm not gonna say it's flawless. It does have a few problems. But still, that is a game I'd love to stream. Mind you, there's a lot of games I'd love to stream, but that is definitely a bigger candidate than most right now, because there's just a lot of reasons why I want to experience that game again. Breath of Fire 4 I'd also like to stream, although I don't have near the love for that. I have the third title. Not to rag on it or anything. It's a fine game in its own right. But there is a lot of things about it that felt like a step down. And I'm not really going to get into that here. You know what? I'm probably just gonna go ahead and finish off Ultimate Mode tonight. I mean, I'm pretty close as is, and I can stream for about 17 more minutes. So I should have enough time for that. Wow, I'm amazed I didn't get hit. But... other games I'd like to stream? Well, there is Legacy of the Wizard for the NES. I mentioned this back when I was doing Chrysalis, of being another one of those games that I feel is kind of underappreciated for... Okay, I'm getting away from the saw. There we go. Legacy of the Wizard is another game that I would really love to experience on stream. I think I beat it once or twice, but not often, so I would need some practice, but I do really enjoy the game, though. It's a really interesting take on the labyrinthian dungeon format, where you basically, instead of using one main character, you have a whole family of them that all have their own unique traits that you need to explore this large dungeon. And I do remember enjoying that a lot. Alright, do your little thing. There we go. Oh, come on. There we go. But, damn it. Wasn't able to do it in time. But I found it a very interesting game because each character had their own unique attribute to bring to the party. And the item system is very complex for a game made way back on the NES. I mean, this is the type of thing that you'd at least expect on the Super Nintendo with this kind of amount of content. But it wasn't. And that was kind of amazing. What's even more amazing is that this was the 4th game in the Dragon Slayer series. In Japan, we didn't get the first 3. Although, from what I hear, there was a good reason for that. This was about the only game that was really commercially successful in Japan, so it's the one that they honestly thought would sell the most. And it apparently did not, to my sadness, because, yeah, it didn't sell well at all. And that's kind of disappointing. But I liked it a lot, and so do a lot of other people. But, I don't know. That's a pretty good start for games, though, I will say. Like, definitely had some choices. You might notice one thing, though, and I know this is something that someone's commented on. and commented that it might be a problem for me in general. A lot of the games that I like to stream are RPGs. Not all of them, but a good number of them. And they wonder if this is going to be a mostly RPG-generated channel that I'm streaming. And yeah, it probably will be, but there's not much I can really do about that. A lot of my game library just happens to be RPG games. I haven't really experienced a whole lot of games throughout my life that don't fit that category, at least to some extent. A couple of them do, but not too many. And that does mean that that's going to be making up a lot of what I'm going to be streaming. If you don't like that, I do apologize, but there's just not much I can do about that. And how did I hit you twice? I will try to keep the games I'm doing as different as possible, but I can't promise anything. Is there really no way to break that? There's gotta be a way to break that. Ugh, come on, really? I don't know. I do not know how to shut that off. I went that way last time. Let's go down. Oh god, maybe I made a mistake. I think I did. Oh god. Having no high speed almost crippled me. Okay, I need to get off here and fall. Well, never mind. Wow. Okay. Yeah, I definitely don't want to go down that way. I really don't. But now I want all my people alive, so let's just do this, shall we? Oh, they're just gonna take me up here or down here anyway. So, sure, why not? Okay. All my people are back. Let's go and take the safer of the two paths. Oh, okay. It took me back a little bit. Oh, that's fine. Well, better than a knife, I guess. Now, the big reason that RPGs really appeal to me the most is just because I'm more of a character interaction type of guy. I'm a storyline guy. I appreciate a good story in games, and I know to some people that seems RPGs and games, like RPG type storylines, heavy character interaction, they really never see the point of video games as a medium focusing so much on this, because between books, movies, cartoons, like, they just feel like this focus of storyline and character growth has infected these mediums to the point to where you can't have anything without an attempt at storytelling or character interaction, even if it's something simple like a puzzle game, or something simple like a fighting game, for example. These types of games don't exist anymore without them at least making some effort at trying to make a story out of it. It might not always be good, but there's always an attempt. So much so that it heavily increases the playtime of said games. I understand the argument, especially since you don't really expect a lot of these people to play fighting games or puzzle games for this reason, or at least you wouldn't expect as much. But I don't really mind. I'm kind of into this type of thing in the first place, and if they want to take the time to do something like that, I'm all for it. But I am aware that's a very biased opinion. Not everyone likes this kind of stuff as much as I do, and I totally get if you're not a fan of it. However, just because I understand that mentality doesn't mean I'm gonna immediately want them to stop doing what I like. And that's just the way it goes. I apologize for that, but that's just the case. Well, we got this boss now. Oh yeah, I forgot. Yep, even with the more aggressive behavior, you're not much of a threat. Although I messed up there slightly. I keep running into that spike. Wow, I'm really failing at this. But you're dead. Okay. Even after all that, you're still not a threat. I feel like this boss could have done with a few more revisions to make him a little bit harder. Because he feels like a very easy Mega Man boss. Like Mega Man... He's like a mid-boss from a Mega Man stage, like any one of them. Probably a lightning-based Mega Man stage, because it does not take you long to learn his pattern, and once you do, he's completely worthless. I mean, he's still fun to fight, I guess, but he's not exactly hard. Alright, let's do this. Wow, I'm being reckless here. This is just my theory. Wow, I got hit there. What the? I saved myself! It looked like I fell off, but I didn't. Wow. That's pretty amazing. Wow. Go me. But yeah, like I said previously, not much really changes here. I don't even think the ending changes at all. It's just like, you get the same ending that you would if you recruited like all your characters like usual. Nothing's different here. But well, we'll see it anyway. I mean, what's the worst that could happen? Although it does look like I'm taking a lot more damage than I did the first time through. Oh crap, it's this one. Oh well, it doesn't matter. Although, I'm gonna do something here. There we go. I think I showed this before, didn't I? I don't know if I did or not. Yeah, I think I did. But it led us to skip some time, at least. Yeah, go away. I do not like that enemy. Okay, it took more hits that time, but still not so bad. And we're at the final boss. Glorious day. Alright. Go in and get healed up here for what it's worth. I love the super double jump. It's great for distance. And here we go. Wow, I'm doing a lot better this time, I will say. And I'm just taking damage. I can afford to, though. I just can't stop thinking about Hyrule Warriors Definite. It looks like so much fun. I just can't afford to get it. I probably won't be able to for a while. I'll talk... I mean, I'll look into my funds, but... Yeah, I don't... Whoa. Well, that's certainly a lot faster. Ooh, boy. It's funny, but them actually being faster makes them easier for me to hit. Okay. Okay, so it's gotta be this section, is it? Okay, that was slightly annoying. And there we go, boss done. That certainly wasn't hard. Is the ending the same as normal modes? Yep, seems like it. And there we go. There's really nothing different. It's just another stroll through normal mode, basically. Just with harder bosses, maybe harder enemies too. I can't really comment on that, but yeah, that is definitely a thing. I do have one more session I'm going to be doing here because I have some things to show off still, like we have the boss rush to show off, which won't take too long. And then I still have to show off the ending you get if you beat the final stage with normal Zenketsu by himself. Oh man, that's gonna be a pain. It's not impossible by any means, but that room with all the fleaman creatures, the frogs, I'll call them frogmen. Yeah, the frogman. That room sucks, man. You gotta be really careful you get across it. You definitely want to play that in casual mode, I'll say that much. Eesh. But yeah, I still have those two things to show off, but that's pretty much it. And then I'll be done with Bloodstained. And onwards to the new project. Still not sure which one I'm gonna choose. And we'll see what happens. It depends what I'm really in the mood for at the time. And man, it got hot in here all of a sudden. Dear Lord. I still love this game though. It's really great. I mean, it's made by NT Creates and Rplay, so of course I'd like it. But yeah, there we go. Well, thank you everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.